start off with questions about the tour. Tell me a bit about how your European tour's been going and what's been the highlight so far?
I mean, every night is a highlight, actually. We haven't been to Europe in about 5 years, maybe, about 5 years. So, I mean, to come back and find, a bunch of people still here, it's kind of amazing. Paris was particularly a lovely show, and so was Amsterdam and Brussels. It's all been great.
And how have the fans been reacting to the new material from Degeneration Street?
Well, I mean, it's still fresh, right? So they seem to be into it. I mean, you could see the difference when we're playing something from the new record to, like, if we're playing Lost in the Plot or You and I, or something a bit older that people are more familiar with. You could see the shift in the dynamic with the audience. So we have this sort of thing where we in our set lists, it's called the punishment reward tactic. So you punish them with maybe some slightly unfamiliar stuff or longer tunes or whatever, and then you reward the audience for sitting through and patiently all that stuff. You reward them with, like, stuff that they really want to hear. And we do a lot of polls on our website, like, so that we have a bit of market research to know what to bring to go, because 5 albums is a lot to choose from.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's quite impressive feat for any band to have 5 studio albums, but how would you say that the new record has kind of evolved from past ones? And I know it's hard to sometimes describe music, but how would you describe it?
Well, sonically, I mean, it's obvious. Our first album, very, very first album, was made, over 10 years ago for like $1,000, which is like I guess 500 of your Earth pounds. So that's not a lot of dough, and it was super low budget. It sounds like it was recorded on a 4-track. It's super cool and everything, but as years go by, you learn a little bit more. Each record goes by, you learn a bit more about sonics and technical things, and so that's the obvious thing. I think artistically and creatively, we're just zoning in on whatever the thesis statement is, So.
And the album opens with Omega Dog. I mean, would you say that's a fair representation of what people can expect from the rest of the album?
Well, I mean, some people think it's not. I think it is. Like, I think especially that last minute of music, it really captures the entire album in that last minute. Like, it's a sort of prelude, or a precursor or a prologue, whatever, intro. And and you get a taste of all of those elements throughout the album. If you listen carefully, you get a sense of what's coming from that 1 minute of music towards the end of Omega Dog,
And I wanted to ask you about, the band's sort of secret to longevity. I mean, I know there's been difficult times and different lineup changes, but you've managed to kind of stand the test of times, and I guess 5 albums is a great achievement. I mean, what would you say is the kind of secret to surviving that long in the music industry?
I think that it's all about managing expectations and managing, what you want to achieve, like, I think for us with this album, we're definitely almost starting from scratch, We're playing a venue, well, it's 2 nights, but, it's a 300 cap room in London, and when we first came here to London, the first time we played here, we were playing like something like a 200 cap room. And, we probably could have played a bigger room, but I think, like, spiritually, like, we're sort of in a rebirth stage, so it makes sense to be doing, like, smaller things, smaller scale, and growing it again, but growing it stronger than it was before. It was like, it's kind of like the equivalent of building a house on sand, So This time we're building it on stone.
Do you think the fact that because you and Natalia
Or rock, actually.
because you and Natalia are married, would you say that the band has more of a family atmosphere about it, and that's why you're also passionate, because there is that kind of family vibe and the connection?
Well, I mean, all the guys in the band are like my long lost brothers, and it's very. I mean, being in a band is very, very much like a family dynamic, and you'll have your mom and your dad, and you'll have your oldest child and your youngest child and the middle child, and everyone has a different role. People have always called myself and Natalia the mom and dad of the band, and that makes sense. But at the same time, we are all adults, hopefully, for the most part, and we try to maintain a certain level of adultness in the band.
But when you're all cramped on like the bus behind us, when you're all cramped on there together,
Yeah.
I mean, does it get hard for you to kind of be husband and wife on the bus with everyone
Oh,
around,
wow.
and kind of be able to sort of...
If you're asking if I've been laid on this tour once, I'm still waiting.
Is it hard
That's
to...
why we're keeping the tours shorter,
So I take it you can't just sit there and like hold hands and be a normal couple. You've got to kind of get into band mode.
Well, I mean, the guys, we've all known each other for almost for over a decade. So, they're used to mom and dad sneaking a little cuddle here and there,
And what do you miss most about kind of being at home when you are on the road for a long time and kind of having to live that kind of nomadic lifestyle?
Well, at the moment, what I'm missing most is my 5-year-old daughter at home. She's with her grandparents, who have been helping us out while we run out and do these tours. But I don't think I could do any more touring without her. I think I'd like to bring her again, and when we're all together, then we're not really missing anything. We can travel for months on end because we're all together,
I guess when she gets a bit older, she will be able to travel with you more, I guess.
Oh yeah, I think so, but it's also just because she's in school right now, and we don't want her to miss too much school, and so we're organizing the touring schedule sort of around that kind of thing. We have to be a bit more realistic. We can't go out for 6 months at a time like we used to, and we're not as young as we used to be. So, for many, many reasons, long tours doesn't make sense on many, many levels. And we've done it already. We've done the long tours. For us, like 2-3 weeks is about as long as we'll go before it's time to go home. Before too much of that Motley Crue-esque lifestyle sets in, and you're just completely like alcohol from head to toe, and you'll take any drug anybody puts in front of you. That's not good.
Yeah, I guess now the only thing you want is some painkillers for your knee.
I actually avoid taking any drugs at all. I don't even like taking Advil or ibuprofen or whatever. But I feel like I need to pop a couple today.
Yeah, maybe some physio would be good as well. Great, thank you very much. I won't keep you standing much longer. Thanks very much. That's
Thank
great.
you.
Cheers.
Awesome.